Welcome everybody to another episode of Cho Thoughts. I, of course, am Paulie Cho Beck, the Big Cho. That over there is my man Big E, and we are back for another wonderful week of fuckery. So, obviously, you can see Big E's chilling outside. I don't know, maybe he got the internet working out there. I don't know, but he's going to give us play-by-plays as what's going on in the neighborhood if something goes down. See how enthused he looks? Very.
They mowing the lawns and doing yoga.
I mean, it could be worse. Around here, if it was my dad outside, the neighbor would be outside, getting all hooed up about it.
I
But
mean, you gotta get it that way with pops.
I mean, he's a handsome fucking fella. You know, I mean, obviously, I was like, look at me.
I was saying, pass it down to you.
ah, he did. He gave me some sexiness, not all of it. Anyway,
Oh, and he's over there drinking fucking herbal gray, just so everybody knows.
yeah, I got
Hey,
keep,
pinky up, motherfucker.
I will, bro. You got to hold it with two hands like your Ross and Rachel. Get the pink up,
Yeah.
and it's tea, and I don't have any to spill today.
Oh, well, there's no tea, but we're spilling.
Nah, but I will. It's the last time I talk about it. I will address the responses I got from last week. Um, I thank you to a couple people that reached out on Facebook. And yes, it was stupid. And some people should just shut their fucking mouths. Um, our good friend at that we went to high school with, Michelle S1, she said the same thing, like she couldn't believe I was even on there. So, and other people that just said it was like, I don't know why somebody came for the king's head. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
What king? What the hell's going on? What is the episode of fucking Dragons?
You don't even watch it.
Game of
Well, I
Thrones?
mean, you might watch um, House of Dragon season 2. It's coming up.
No. Listen, I'll tell you my dragon experience. I watched the last 3 episodes of the original show. What the hell was it called?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that show. I watched the last 3 episodes because all you motherfuckers all watched it. I was the only one that didn't watch it. And everybody was talking about, oh, the big battle's coming, the big battle's coming. And I was like, well, let me see what this big battle is about. Well, little did I know, I thought the big battle was like the week that somebody had told me. It wasn't. So then I had to watch the next week. I watched 3 weeks of it just to see this battle that I had no clue why it was happening. So then I thought, well, I'll watch the other show since it's a prequel. I watched the first season of House of Dragons. I still don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, it's 1,000 years or something, or 500 or 1,000 years before Game of Thrones.
I get it, but I mean, what's with all the fuckery? There's some incest.
There's some ancestral shit going on, bro.
I mean, I was only there for the little guy. I mean, they killed the other cool guy in the other season, in the other well, I guess technically he's not there yet. That big dude that they killed, that big fucking monster Cyclops. I don't know what the fuck he was
In what, GOT or House of Dragon?
in the original show. He died. All right, look, this is all I know. I remember he died because they like threw him down some fucking cement steps. He was a big dude that like nobody could kill him. He was like,
Oh, he was like the undead dude. It was the Hound and somebody else. I forget his name.
I don't know who the hell he was. He was like fucking the Big Show.
But he was undead, yeah.
I don't know. I like that guy because he just was fucking people up.
Yeah, well, he was like a zombie.
I don't care. So that was all I know about that.
Yeah.
Which don't get me wrong, like I don't dislike that type of stuff because I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. Like I watched that show that was on Amazon. That was good. Like I like that kind of stuff. I don't know. I hate watching stuff that is all like the trendy hype shows to watch because a lot of times to me, they don't always turn out to be as good as their posted like because it's just everybody's like, oh, you gotta watch it, and then I watch it and I'm like, I don't know.
See, if I remember right, me and Xander's mom didn't get into it till like season 3 of Game of Thrones, and
Yeah.
that's when everybody was, or season 3 or 4, one of those. And I was like, listen, my friends have been talking about it. My my cousin Scott has been raving about it. I was like, I have to check this out.
That's what I mean. Everybody was. I mean, it was the hottest. It was the hot show, and I get it. Like, it just wasn't. Again, I don't like always watching all that stuff because sometimes it just. I mean, I'll
Yeah,
admit, like, I mean, the only show that I can safely say that I watched through, except for this new shit, uh, The Walking Dead was the only thing that and even that I got in like a season late. Like the first season had happened, and then I was like, all right, let me try this. And so I had to go back and watch the first season to get caught up. And that's the only thing that I've ever like stayed true to. But now there's all these spin-offs. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
yeah. I mean that's another one. It was good, and my dad and my stepmom are like fucking faithfuls of it. They even went to Atlanta where it was filmed to like they went above and beyond. My stepmom loves The Walking Dead, but towards the end of it, she was like, "Look, I don't fucking know anymore."
Yeah, it was one of those shows where I think it dragged on too long.
Oh,
That's just like movies. Whenever you get like, let's just keep throwing cars off of mountains and let's drive cars into the space and let's drive things underwater. Look, we're tired of Fast and Furious. Get it over with. Like we should have ended a long time ago.
look, as a person that has loved that series since the first one, and I've went to the theater 3 times to see the first one, dude. When 10 ended, I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me, right?" I was just like, "You got to be fucking kidding me. This should be the end of it. This should be the end of it. You should have ended it when Paul Walker died."
I haven't watched anything since Paul Walker died. So I have no clue what has happened since. Like, I mean, I've seen the trailers and, whatnot. So I have an idea of what the movie is about. But as far as details or in depth of what each of these latest ones are about, I have no fucking clue.
Well, like John
No
Cena showed
clue.
up. John Cena showed up. He's Dominic Toretto's brother. I was
Yeah,
like,
I know.
"Oh,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
okay."
Like, I just,
And then Jason Momoa just showed up in this one, the last one.
yeah,
He's actually
he's the bad guy, right?
yeah, he actually plays a really good fucking villain.
Well, hey, be prepared. This is going to be the summer of not Momoa, the other one, Helmsworth. He's got like tons of movies coming out. And the first one is that Mad Max that's coming out. He's in.
Oh yeah, they're doing like a what is it, Furiosa or something like that.
Yeah, it's another spinoff, and
Yeah.
he's got a bunch of shit coming out this summer. Like he's in a bunch of stuff. I think that's why I read it probably on Twitter. Yeah, like it's the summer of Helmsworth. I was like, okay,
Yeah, right.
you better impress me, bitch.
Yeah, right. Because it was like he ain't Thor no more, so he ain't doing that for me.
No,
Hemsworth with his dumb ass.
I don't
I
know. I think I don't know if me and you have talked about it on here. I think we've talked about it offline. We may have talked about it on here. I I was with Mike and his brothers yesterday for a little bit, and they were talking about that X-Men '97, and I'm like, no spoilers. I'm a few episodes behind, and I thought that I was gonna like be killed with the Death Stare. They're like, you're behind. Like, not that I was behind, but they were like, the shit you are missing right now, and I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? And they were like, some shit goes down that's gonna fucking like blow your mind, and I'm like, oh god damn it.
well, I was like from there, just no spoilers.
No, so I while I was at work today, I was watching episode. I was getting caught up. So I'm up to the current, so like the newest one that came out this past week, which they say is like supposed to be the craziest episode so far. And there's still one more. There's one tomorrow, or this Wednesday is the season finale. Or the
Yeah.
season. But bro, like they were telling me some things, and it wasn't like spoilers, but it's like because again, I was kind of like trying to figure out like because with Marvel, somehow everything is linked together or whatnot. There's some shit in this one that like they link some comic book stories together that I was like,
Where's the scissor?
whoa,
Oh, there it is.
no running with scissors. No running with scissors.
Nah.
Unless
No.
there's unless there's safety scissors.
You said no running with scissors. He turned back and was like, okay, Uncle Eric. I mean, he listens to you.
That's because I'm the cool uncle.
Yeah, I mean, all right. I mean, I have that too.
But yeah, but it was just like, so that series is like, that's something. Again, I just, and I was telling them this yesterday, like, I just never thought that a cartoon would have me hooked like a TV show would, like one of those things we were just talking about. Like, I'm like, it's a cartoon. I was interested in it because obviously I grew up watching it. It was cool to see how they carried on the story. But I'm hooked.
Yeah.
I'm like every week fiending.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I'm super far behind on that.
Dude, it's a pretty good story. Pretty good story.
I know I'm only in like 2 episodes, but I can marathon this shit in like a day.
Yeah.
But I got ciphering from there. I got pulled into Fallout.
Oh,
Like,
they asked me if I watched that yet, and I said no.
and me being a fan of the game, so if you live under a rock, Fallout is based off of I don't know if it's actually a PC game that started it, but it developed into like PlayStation 3 games, 4, etc., spin-offs. But nevertheless, they started doing a series on Amazon. And me being a gamer guy and I played Fallout, I was like, I'll give it a shot. And fuck, it does follow it pretty fucking accurately.
See,
Not like
I'm always intrigued by video game shows or movies because again, playing them, it's cool to see how they adapt them into the TV world. So I'm always interested, but this one, I know the game, but I think I only played like the first, maybe the second one. Like I didn't continue playing it, so I feel like I would be a little lost possibly if I was trying to remember what happened in the game. Like Last of Us, I played those, so I knew what was happening. Like I knew where they were going with the story, so I understood certain characters and stuff. Or even that Twisted Metal series, that was
that was
phenomenal.
fucking amazing.
And again, like that was, I mean, I played that game 24/7, so it was like again, and I felt like that game was a weird one to adapt to a TV show or a movie because, to be honest, it wasn't like, I mean, it had a story, but it wasn't like, it was just, you were just blowing up cars. Like,
Yeah.
but the fact that they could turn it into a show, again, that had me pretty addicted, like not, interested in it. And they doing the second season. I'm interested on that because they definitely left you cliffhangered.
Yeah, especially how it ended, and I was like, okay, well, there's more to story to tell there because now they're getting into the actual like tournament,
Yeah,
and I was like,
which is more the game.
yep,
That's like when they did the Mortal Kombat movies, and there's been so many different movie adaptations from games, and again, it's always intriguing just to see how they do it.
right,
So again, I might watch Fallout just again out of intrigue, but I might be a little lost. So you might get messages from me or some shit like, hey, who the fuck's this? Like, what's going on?
that's fine, and I'll be happy to help you. I
That's just
was
like they're doing the Borderlands.
yes,
And that's another one. I I only played it like when I was with you, maybe with Mike. Like you guys played again. That's another game that like I really didn't play that much, but I know of it. I know the premises, but I don't know all the intricate details.
yeah, I don't know how that's gonna pan out because I really love that game. I really enjoy that storyline.
I mean,
So
that's a phenomenal cast they have in there.
right, so I'm like, is this too good?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
um,
I mean, like the other ones that they did that got way out of hand. Speaking of things that got out of hand, was the oh my goodness, why am I blanking now?
The Resident Evil movies.
Yeah, Resident Evil. Like they got too far out of the video game range at a certain point.
Yeah.
But then they did that new one that came out during the pandemic,
Hmm.
and I felt that one was a lot closer to the games.
Oh,
And
like the escaping whatever one it was. Like it was on its own individuals. Like no,
Welcome to
Welcome to
Raccoon.
Raccoon City.
Yeah,
That shit was good.
I felt that one was more because I felt like the other Resident Evils, the ones with what's her name,
Mila
they
Jovovich.
yeah they focused more on the Umbrella Corp, which I get it. That's a big part of the game, but they were too worried about that. Like, let's talk about them. Let's worry about the Umbrella story, and they didn't really talk about the individual characters as much. To where the new one, you really didn't get much of Umbrella Corp until like the end of the movie,
Right.
and it was like, again, I felt like I was going through the game where they went down into the basement of the police station. They get the guns and all that
Yep.
stuff to the armory, and I'm like, dude, that was what you had to do in the game. Like
Right.
the fact that they told you a little backstory about the two main characters, and then the way that they split them up, like they
Yes.
do in the game, like they're not side by side the whole time.
Right. That's that's what I liked about this because I am if anybody knows me knows I am a huge Resident Evil fan.
Yeah, Resident Evil was one of my shit.
Massive. Like it's so bad. I finally got a chance and played two, the remastered version on my PS5,
Yeah,
and then I was able to transfer my eight shit over, and I have like all my DLCs I can do, and then seven the same thing.
yeah.
So I remember when they made the first movie. I remember going to the theater, watching it, and fucking hating it.
Well, I didn't hate it. I thought the first two of the original series, I thought they're okay. They were okay, but again, I felt like they could have been taken in a little bit different of a direction, but they weren't bad. To me, it was whenever we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
But
10. I'm like,
well,
come on.
but it's like it's us as gamers. You play the video game, and you know that the movie at the end of the day is going to be an adaptation
Yeah,
of the game. But us video gamers are like, no, this is wrong. No, this is wrong. No, and that's what I was doing. I was watching the first one, and I remember going, "There's nobody named Alice. There's nobody named Alice." And I was like, okay, storytelling. I'm like, all right, fine. But then it was just like, now we're going to this thing called the Hive. There's never been a thing called the fucking Hive.
no.
And they're just down in this. I was like, no, where's the police department? Like, that was like, this is like the main thing in the
Dude,
first two
then they
fucking
went to that
games.
house. They went to that, like, the mansion type house.
Yes.
And I'm like, dude, the spiral staircase. Because you would only, in the game, you would get like halfway up the spiral, and then
Yeah.
a horde of zombies would come down, and you had to fight your way up.
Yep.
And it's like, what the fuck? And I remember when you got to the top, obviously this didn't happen in the movie, but when you get to the top, if you can survive through, there's a health pack at the top.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a fucking first aid spray.
And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, obviously they're not going to have first aid spray, but like that, again, like you said, being a gamer, you're thinking ahead to what, okay, this is, okay, yep, that they're going down that hallway. I don't go down that hallway. I know
Yeah.
what's down
Right.
there.
That's what I was saying. Like when they got to the mansion, I was like, okay, this all made no fucking sense. But
Yeah,
we got here, and I was like, okay, let's see how this works. And then all of a sudden, I was like, the fuck is happening?
yeah,
Now, that's why I don't like it. Contrary to that, I liked it because they did the storytelling of
yeah.
fucking. They did Resident Evil the movie,
Hey, best video game movie out there was that new Super Mario. Best video game movie ever.
the newest one.
That cartoon, not the. I mean, the
Yeah,
old one back in the day, the old one was a shit because that's all we had.
yeah,
But hey. You give me that new Mario, that was some shit right there.
But do you remember, like, us as kids, after we saw it, we still were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because, like, why were the Goombas fucking 7 feet tall?
They
And
were
we're
they were
like
like
2 foot
this
tall.
big, and they were the tiniest things in
They
the
were
game.
this fucking big in the game. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then Koopa wasn't no dude.
He wasn't a blonde haired, bleach blonde guy.
Yeah, that was running for mayor. I was like, shit didn't make no sense. And I think that's what put the sourest taste in us as gamers, like, mouths. It was like, oh, we're gonna make a video game movie, bro. Don't fuck it up. Like,
Well,
don't fuck it
dude,
up.
I felt the same way when they did Sonic. I was like, oh god, because I was a Sonic guy. Like, because I was like, I think all of us had like we all at some point each like went through like the gaming systems, but then we each had like our favorite. Like, you were a Nintendo guy because you were Zelda and all that shit.
I still am.
I was more of a Sonic, a Sega Genesis guy because I was more Sonic the Hedgehog and Crash Bandicoot and stuff like that. But when they did that Sonic movie, I'm like, I mean, I wasn't one of those ones that was freaking out because he didn't look proper or whatever the
I
fuck.
kind of was because he didn't look anything like Sonic.
I mean, I'll admit he was a little fucked up, but I wasn't gonna make a bitch fit about it.
It looked like they got Sonic off Wish.
I mean, and then you got my favorite actor playing the bad guy. I mean, come on, I was in. I
I
was
mean,
in,
and then that's that. I was so on board with that, but I was like, are they gonna like fatten him up
which they did towards well,
towards the end?
spoiler alert, he got fat. Yeah, that was, and yeah, and then he like went bald and got the springy mustache. Like it all came together,
Yeah,
and then they did the sequel, and I was like, all right, that was good.
right. Because it kind of followed suit with the game.
Yeah,
Like Tails showed up, and it was like, okay, and then there was Knuckles, and I was like, word. And then that ended, and we went all the way fucking fast forward to fucking Shadow shows up, and I was like, wait a minute. I mean, you really can't cover it. Like 3 was kind of the same thing as 2.
yeah. So that's what I mean, though. Like I felt like that one was pretty good. Like I don't feel like, as far as the story goes, because again, I mean, it's a fucking hedgehog that spins and runs 2,000 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, there wasn't much more to the game. You know what I mean? Like, and you had a fucking scientist that was trying to capture him. Like, okay, that's the game. So again, them turning that into a full story for a movie, 2 movies, 3, and now a TV series. Like, I
yeah.
think that I didn't watch Knuckles yet.
No, but the only cool thing is I like this. They paid homage to the game. Is Knuckles is running through like a trial like thing,
Mm.
and when he hits the fucking post, the wood, it spins,
Oh, nice.
and his face is on it. I was like, haha, all right, cool, yeah,
Yeah,
that's all right.
that was
I'm cool
like
with that.
that. That was like the checkpoint things in the game.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm with you, dude. That new Mario Brothers, man. Oh my god,
That was good.
that's how it should have been done.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, that was
Like,
good. And again, another movie that had a really good voice cast.
yeah,
And he's now, dude. Pratt's on a roll too. Because he got done. He did that Guardians, the last Guardians. Then he went in and they had Mario, and now he's the voice of Garfield in the new Garfield movie that
yep.
comes out next week. And I'm in on that too. I'm gonna check that out. That looks, from the trailers, it looks funny. I mean, again, you can't fuck it up. I mean, Bill Murray did a good job of like the
The
CGI
frame.
ones,
Yeah,
but it was kind of like, it was weird because Garfield was the only thing that was CGI'd. Like even Yodi was a real dog,
yeah,
which, so they were a little weird to me. I like when they do like these new, like especially like Illumination, like they're so good with animation that I'm like, that looks pretty good.
yeah.
I'm gonna check that out.
And they're doing a Mario sequel. We just don't know when that's happening.
Well, yeah, because they, especially if you watch
If you watch the whole
everything's
thing.
got end credits now.
Oh, I definitely did. Xander was trying to leave the movie theater. I was like, hold on, man.
Yeah,
Hold on. I was like, Avengers or Marvel fucked this up for everybody now.
everything's got end credits. We
Yeah.
went. What did I go see? Oh, we went and saw Ghostbusters, the new one, Frozen Empire, and I looked at John and I was like, "Am I getting up?" He goes, I don't think you should." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, I didn't know because everybody else is starting to file out. And yet
Well,
there was, it wasn't a major end credit, but it was enough to leave you like, okay, there might be a third.
right. Well, like, um, that'll bring me to kind of like this weekend. So I finally saw Iron Claw with the tribal chief,
Oh yeah, I gotta watch
aka
that too.
Scotty K. Now, for those that don't know anything about the Iron Claw, it's a story about the Von Erichs back in like the 70s and 80s in wrestling. Um, Cast was really well done. If you're wrestling fans, the only one that kind of stuck out that I didn't really like was the guy who did Ric Flair.
Uh,
Not really much, because we're wrestling fans, just like we're gamers.
yeah,
So only Ric Flair could fucking play Ric Flair.
yeah,
Like this dude, he does okay, but it's there's no of Ric Flair. Like there's
yeah,
you don't feel it. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And then the dude that played Bruiser Brody was like eye level to Kevin Von Erich, and I was like, dude, Bruiser Brody was like 6'7".
yeah,
Yeah, I was like, Kevin Von Erich should be like, hey, Brody. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And then a couple things that were they like I said, I text you, and they covered a lot of wrestling history in 2 hours, but they excluded Chris Von Erich the whole movie, which was
Oh,
fucking wild. And if you don't know the Von Erichs, they were six, six boys, and their dad Fritz was part of a territory, and of course four, five, Kevin, Carrie, Chris. Okay, David, Mike. Yeah, six. Their littlest, their the first son died tragically by he. It was snowing out. Their trailer was hooked up. He got electrocuted and drowned in the snow.
mm,
So that happened. And then one of the brothers, David, he died in Japan. And then Kerry killed himself. Mike killed himself. Like, it's fucking crazy. And then, of course, he's not in it, but Chris kills himself too.
yeah,
And it leaves Kevin, who's crazy enough is still alive and has two kids that are in the profession. But it's a fucking crazy fucking movie. But if you're a wrestling fan and like, if you liked it for like the old days, it's fucking really good.
yeah. I saw it was on Max. And then you said you were watching it with Scoot, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to add it to the list of things I gotta try and watch.
Yeah. So when we got done, like I was like, that's about fucking time. And he's like, oh, I know. But like it was like good. It was first we were starting it, and then we stopped to go have a smoke, and I was like, dude, did that just say we still have another fucking hour and fucking 30 minutes or whatever? Or hour? He goes like, how long's the fucking movie? He's like, I don't fucking know. Yeah, it's like 2 hours and 11 minutes. I was like, well, they are telling a story about the fucking Von Erich. So I was like,
Yeah,
can't really do that in 2 hours, you know?
no,
But it was good. I enjoyed it. And then of course that was basically my weekend. Saturday I worked. I didn't really do nothing. I just got some stuff together here at the house, and then of course Sunday was Mother's Day, so went and visited my mom, hung out with her, Noelle for a while. But I I have a pet peeve. I don't know. I think it's because of last week. Now I'm starting to let some shit out on this podcast. So I got a gripe. I don't like when someone posts on any social media like happy Mother's Day to all the fathers that are doing it for both. Shut up. And don't do that shit on Father's Day. Shout out to all the single moms. That's what they have Mother's Day for and Father's Day. Like, you don't salute me that I'm a mother, if I'm a single parent and I'm the father, and don't say Happy Mother's Day to me. No, that's stupid. Tell me Happy Father's Day. That's what matters to me.
It's because everybody's got to be fucking included nowadays. You can't do
Right.
anything without, oh, we're going to hurt somebody's feelings if we don't include them. Hey,
The
shut the
world
fuck up.
isn't fucking sunshine and rainbows, bro.
No, it's not. And it's irritating. Like, all right, we're going to get into this. We'll get into this.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
This goes to all the idiots out there that decide to name their kids fucked up shit.
Mm.
Like, I don't need to know that. Well, I mean, I need to know, but I don't name your kid fucking Princess Rainbow. Like I like can we like I feel like when people are naming their kids nowadays, it's because the parent wants to look cool, or the parent thinks that that's unique, and I'm going to name my kid something off the fucking wall. Literally, they'll name their kid off the wall. First name off, middle name wall. How about the people that need to fucking repeat your kid's name in everyday life, like teachers, medical professions, whatever. Like, and then don't get mad at me when I call and ask for somebody and I don't pronounce the name right, because I'm doing my damn best to sound this shit out in my head 500 times before I hit that fucking call button. Or
I
the
get it.
teachers that got to fucking take attendance and they're like, is Joe Blow here today? Like, you know, yeah, we used to do that as a fun joke, right? Joe Blow on there, and she's going to say Joe Blow. Watch. No, they
Yeah.
will
Now that.
name their fucking kid Joe Blow now.
Yeah.
Like, drives me fucking nuts. How about a little common sense when we're naming our kids? I understand if you want to be unique or whatever, but come on. The shit that fucking comes out of these people's brains.
I was like, that's why I did mine.
No, listen though, but yours isn't. I mean, his middle name is unique. Like I've heard the name Xander plenty of times. Like I'm not trying to say it's common. I mean, it's not as common as like fucking Eric and Paul, but
No, but dude, it's so crazy. Like, sorry, I've heard it so much.
yeah, like it's a name that at least it's a general name. His
Yeah.
middle name is unique, but not many people are fucking using his middle name unless he's probably getting corrected for something he shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah, and then he knows it means business too.
Exactly, like
Like he knows if he hears Xander Phoenix Chopek, he knows he's in.
exactly. It's not like
He popped in like
you
I
got to
was
give
like,
them you got to give him a cookie now or some shit. Like
he did. He popped in. He had headphones too, bro. He was like, "Is that?"
dad
I was
middle
like,
named me.
"No,
What the?
no."
He had to think back for a minute. What did I do that dad's middle naming me?
He was like, "Bro, I went and took a shower like I was supposed to. I got my PJs on. I did my homework. What the fuck is on?" But
But like it drives me nuts. Like, and I'm just it. And here's the other thing: you motherfuckers out there driving on the road. How about a little common sense there too? I mean, we could spend a whole episode on this shit.
bro, don't get me started. You know my profession. I'll pull people out.
Like, and again, and I think we've talked about this before, but for a different subject. Like today's society, it's all about me. I'm worried about where I'm going, and I got to get there 100 miles an hour. I don't give a fuck. I'll cut whoever off, zip through like fucking playing Frogger. Like, and then they wonder why on the news that fucking. I mean, if I don't know the statistics, I'm not a statistics guy, but I
This is
guarantee
not a
you,
statistic show.
I guarantee you, the fucking rate of people dying in car accidents or getting hit by cars is higher than it's normally been.
Dude, when I was leaving Sunday to go pick up Xander from his mom, my mom was coming in with me into the city. She had to go to Baldwin because she has a new overnight weekend guy.
Yeah.
And we're coming we're getting off the exit, like we're coming towards like the tunnels,
Yeah.
and then we're about like Green Tree.
Yeah.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
that's partially where I'm fucking talking about because
Bro, and this dude flies up and fucking cuts my mom off. And I'm like, I was about to fucking pull up on him, dude. I was like, bro,
dude,
what are
they
you
drive
doing?
because I go into work that way every morning. And I come off of Banksville Road and I merge and I take my time and I'm proper. I would merge, wait for somebody to let me come in. I don't force my way in. I just kind of creep it up a little bit until someone gives me the space and then I give them a little wave. Hey,
A
thanks.
little waiver, a little
Appreciate it. Yeah, a little all right, appreciate it. Then I do my due diligence. I'll let somebody in
I
if
let
you're
one.
if you're nice about it.
Yeah.
But when these fuckers are flying up the the off ramp, they're flying up the off ramp, and then the, they go through the curve of the off ramp and into the median, and then hurry up and get over right at the beginning of the tunnel.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you park a fucking cop there, dude,
Oh, it's a done deal.
I don't know if that would be city or state. I don't know whoever, but they make them bank. They'll
Oh,
they'll clear their quota for the fucking year,
that's a fucking fact. That's facts for sure.
and it's just like it drives me nuts. And then I get into fucking Oakland. I mean, like you said, I mean, you drive Oakland downtown shit, like, and you get in there.
You want to murder yourself or murder somebody who's ever's closest.
25-mile-an-hour speed limit on a fucking city street, and they're doing 60.
Yeah.
And and then and then what's more dangerous is I have to get out of my car and then be a pedestrian walking those streets.
Yeah.
I had a lady today. We were crossing the street. At the right by the hotel where Jen and Craig got married at that
Yeah. Yeah.
Marriott,
Yeah. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Marriott Garden or whatever it is.
Yep.
We're crossing the street right there, and I always wait. Like I've learned when that walk, like go ahead and walk sign
Yeah.
comes on, and you think that the oncoming traffic has a red light. I wait at least not a whole minute, but close to a minute. Like I'll stand there and look back and forth because motherfuckers will run red lights. And today, this lady, she got off the Pat bus. She's waiting. She's like standing next to me. We're waiting across the street, and that walk sign came on, and she went to step off the curb, and I was like, "Wait!" And she looked like me saying that, like distracted her from keeping on going. That fucking car ran the red light. He'd have clipped her hard, and she was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Little fact, like
Yeah.
take your."
They don't give a
I was like,
fuck.
do a triple check before you walk, because you might think you got the go ahead, but these fuckers are running red lights. And she was like, yeah, she was like, I've noticed it before. She's like, I don't know why wasn't thinking right now. She was like, thank you, and I was like, no, you're cool. Like,
They do
I,
that shit in town all the time.
I didn't want to have to stand there and give my name as a witness to you dying.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. And that's the last thing we need to talk about today. So anyway, blah blah blah.
yeah, like I'm like, Jesus Christ, like it's crazy. And then listen, so Saturday. So my weekend, real quick, wasn't all that. Friday, me and the kid chilled, treated her to some meat and park for dinner. Watched a little SmackDown. We drove around looking for those fucking fancy lights. We couldn't find them in the sky for the life of us.
Oh, the Northern Lights.
Yeah, we drove around for like an hour. We couldn't find them.
The neighbor took pictures over here of them and then sent them to me.
Yeah. So we did that. Saturday, I went to the Bucko game, watched me some Paul Skeenzer make his debut.
Did you see the tribal chief?
I messaged the tribal chief and I'm like, hey, where are you sitting? Where are you at? He goes, I left. And I was like, what the fuck? You left?
He
Okay.
left the game?
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't tell me that one.
He bounced. Listen, and I'm not lumping him in. I don't know what his reason for leaving was. I mean, tribal chief, he leave when he wants. We got out, going back to the island.
The island of irrelevancy.
Uh, we were laughing. Because I was with Mike and John, And John goes, typical Yinzers. And me and Mike were like, yep. Dude, as soon as they pulled that kid, like he pitched he pitched like 4.5 innings through like almost 100 pitches. Like he had put in a day's work. So they're like, you're done. Go sit down.
Then when he sat down,
The Yinzers are
everybody
like,
got up.
we're out. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Typical, bro.
like, what? Did you not come to watch a baseball game? Like, I get we're here to support and watch the debut of this kid, but there's also other players. There's a whole game going on.
Right.
So they bounced. And I don't know. I can't remember when I messaged him. It might have been, I don't know if it was around the time they pulled him or what. And then there was a rain delay, a whole fucking ordeal. It was like 2-hour rain delay. And we were like, all right, we're out. Because we didn't think they were restarting the game. From what we were told, they were probably calling it. Like the fucking outfield flooded. They were trying to fill in or soak up water out in the outfield. So we were like, all right. So we bounced. And then I get home and I'm like, wait, the game's back on? Like, what the hell? So so that's what I did Saturday. And then yesterday, Mother's Day. I didn't go visit my mom. That's too far of a drive for me. I video called her and told her I'll see her. Well, here's the other thing. So Donna came home yesterday. So we had all that going on too.
I know. I reached out to her yesterday and wished her happy Mother's Day, and she was telling me, well, hey, I get to go home. I was like, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking awesome.
So that's what my mom, she was like, no, she's like, you got shit going on at home. Like my sisters each took a turn and went and visited her. So I told her maybe this weekend I'm like, because I have stuff. I mean, I got her shit. Like I just didn't have time to go up there. So I told her I'd get with her. She was like, whatever. But I called her. I videoed her.
Well, hey, if you get bored on your way back in.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
I was like, I'll be here because Brandy's finally coming down this weekend. That poor woman's been through hell and back.
They both have.
Like, Jesus. Fucking women. They're all messed up.
Well, that's what. So yesterday so I picked her up, and then my kid had to work too. So I picked Donna up, and then we had to stop up her mom's. And as we were leaving her mom's, she got a message like, hey, she had prescriptions, medicine they'd sent home for her. And she's like, oh, let's go up and get my medicine. I said, okay. So we went and got her medicine, and I'm like, is this the direction of the mall? You want to go to the mall? She was like, I guess so. We went out the mall.
You went to a mall?
Yeah. I got a hat made at Lids.
Yeah. I haven't did that since Xander. I got my Xander one.
Well, I wanted a hat for this hockey stuff that I'm coaching. I just wanted a hat that said coach. So I got me a nice New Era fitted, gray, charcoal gray.
But you went to Lids.
Yeah. I didn't want to.
I didn't want to.
But yeah, so and the guy pissed me off. He tried yelling at me, and I told him to shut the fuck up. Listen, folks that work at Lids, I know what I'm doing. I was there for 9 years.
You tell him, guy.
If I wanna make sure the hat's gonna fit me, I'm gonna make sure the hat fits me. Don't tell me, don't bend the bill. You're gonna leave a crease. No, I won't. I've been bending fucking bills longer than you've been alive, bitch.
Xander, I'm a little busy at the moment.
He's like, well, you yelled my name earlier, Dad.
Oh, hi. Hey. Tomorrow. So every day when he's with me. Actually, not really. When he's with his mom,
Mm-hmm.
he will send me stuff to print.
Oh yeah.
And now that he knows I will,
he always wants stuff printed.
Don't stop.
You become his personal secretary.
I am his personal fucking secretary. Like, I feel like I work at Ben Shaw again. Like, so, yeah. So Saturday, I I heard like so his message is like the Wii menu,
Oh yeah.
and I shit you not, I heard it. It's like 6 in the morning on Saturday morning, and I was like, he ain't here.
Yeah.
And I was like, did he really text me at 6 in the morning? So I look over and I'm like, oh shit, he did. So I was like, I thought it was like an emergency. So I'm like jumping up or something, and I was like, he sent me a video. It's a video. He sent me a video of like a show he watches, like JJ the Jet Plane or whatever, and he
Oh
sent
yeah.
me a still of it and was like, "Print, please." First, it was the video, then it was a part of the video, and then it said, "Print, please." I was like, "Bro, I don't have to be up for another hour and a half." I was like, "You're fucking kidding me, right?" But I was like, "Okay." So today, when I picked him up yesterday, he sent me like five more. And I was like, "Bro, like." Thank God they don't log what we're printing. But I was like, because they don't,
Yeah.
I'll print for him. So I printed them out everything today. And what he does, he'll cut them out, make little people out of them, etc.
Yeah.
And then as I said to him today, because we did some laundry, we got some stuff done today. And I said, is that it? He was like, oh yeah, we're done.
For now.
Dude, till literally now. Then all of a sudden it was like bling, 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 bling. I was like, okay,
Print it
all
up, Dad.
right.
Print it up.
Yeah.
We
And
need to
then
get you a Kinko shirt.
I know a guy. I know a gal. I know a gal. um, but yeah, like he got all stoked because I printed him a couple on a Keller printer, and you thought he like lost his mind. Like, oh my god! I was
He's
like,
like, I'm tripping acid and I don't know why.
right? I'm like, these characters are really coming to life. He just keeps sending them too. Like, they just show. I'm just
Yeah.
like I'm trying to shoot a podcast here, son, but I get it. I love you too. But yeah. But my other thing I wanted to bring up with Mother's Day, it's a big pet peeve. And I know I might make a lot of people angry and whatnot. I got them.
And this one's for you, Dad.
I see that. They're all there.
All right.
But I don't like, I've only seen it on Mother's Day. I've never seen it on Father's Day. But pet owners,
So
seen that too. Like somebody will get them something for Mother's Day because they have fur babies. Okay, stop. Make a holiday for that, for a animal owner. You're already doing the most as it is, with the fathers and the mothers. Just make one for them. Why not? And it's not like I'm sitting there griping, if certain circumstances can find you to not having children and you have to rely on fur babies, cool. But still, you know, it's not a human life. But if you consider them your kids, then there needs to be a holiday for pet mothers and fathers. Like it
you know
just,
what the difference is? You can put a pet in a cage. You can't put a kid in a cage.
I mean, they do.
Well, then you get CYF and you get fucking Criminal Minds or Law and Order SVU called on your
Yeah.
ass.
But I mean, like, that's my only exception is if, like, God forbid, you can't have children.
Like I get it
Or,
too. Like I mean, I get it. Like, um, yeah, there's situations that yeah, but there's also situations out there that I mean, I get it. If you can't have or get a kid one way, there's always other options. But
correct.
if it's your personal choice to not have kids, which is fine, again, personal choice. You're just not a kid person. You don't want kids,
That's
and you
fine. There's
have
people that are not
you
animal
got
people
you got
either.
7, 8 cats at the house. Yeah, that's not a reason to be included in.
And Mother's or Father's Day. Like,
No.
no. But like you said, there are people that don't like kids, and there's people that don't like animals. It's
But
fine.
again, everyone's got to be included.
Everybody, man. Every fucking buddy. Everybody. And like I'm like no, I just want people to know I'm not coming at anybody directly. It's just like I saw too much of it on Sunday and I was like,
Oh yeah, because it's not even so much that it has to be like like your family or your friends on social media. It's just like it's just in the algorithms now.
yeah, and then I'll see it and I'll be like, dude, no. Like,
Yeah.
no, this does not work for me, man. Like, and then like it was
Like, come on, fucking Zuckerberg, get it right. I don't want to see this shit.
it was just crazy. Like I saw the pet one and I always see that. So I'm just like, all right, whatever. But then I saw the other one where it was like to the fathers today. It was like, dude, fucking stop. Like,
Yeah.
stop. Like, and I'm not, it's not a jelly. Why didn't anybody tell me Happy Mother's Day on Sunday? Because I'm not a mother. Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
I'm sorry too. Like, I think Mother's Day always gets, I think, a little bit more. I don't know. I'm trying to say this in a good way. Like, I'm not trying to be negative. Because we're womenizers.
Yeah.
Like Mother's Day always goes a little extra step or two than Father's Day. Well, that's because the moms are the ones giving birth.
Yes.
Like they're the ones that carried the kid for 9 months.
For 9 fucking months.
Because
And then,
you'll get that. Because you'll get that too. You'll get some dad like when Father's Day comes around, like, oh fuck, what all I got was a tie. When she got all this and that on Mother's Day, it's like, well, there's a little bit of a difference. Like,
right, like you made the kid, and that took probably anywhere between 5 to fucking 30 minutes.
you had your party.
You did your thing. But she had to carry that baby for 9 fucking plus months. So take your fucking tie
Yeah, and go play
and,
golf and shut up.
and go play golf. Shut the fuck up. Have a Coke and a smile. Like that's it. That like I don't even get that hyped up for like Father's Day. Yeah, like he'll get me something or whatever, and
Yeah.
I don't expect
No, and
grand
it's the
things.
same thing. Like that's why, like yesterday, like I said, Donna, she got out of the hospital. So I mean, I knew she wasn't going to be feeling the greatest. Jane was working like all day. So I'm like, all right, I wanted to try and do something instead of just coming home and just sitting here, which I know she probably wouldn't have minded, but she just sat in the hospital for 2 weeks. Like,
Yeah, why do you want to come home and sit back down?
so I was like, let's go try again. I wanted to go to Lids. And then so we went.
Even though you didn't want to.
I didn't want to, but I knew that was where I had to go. And then she said something about being hungry, and I'm like, all right, well, it's just me and you again. Kids, she'll take care of herself at work. She gets her lunch break. She eats dinner at work. I'm looking around. I was like, on a normal basis, I would say let's just eat here in the food court. I was like, I can't do that today. So I was like, there's Red Robin connected to the out here. I was like, you want to go to Red Robin? She's like, sure. So I was afraid it was going to be busy, but we walked in. I was like, is there a wait? She was like, no. I was like, all right, table for two.
What's that like?
What?
What's that like when you say, "Hey, there's this place," and she said, "Fine." What's that like?
I don't know. It's not always experienced, you know.
Yeah, I was like, I don't experience that.
No,
Hey,
Donna,
how do you feel? Whatever you want. Hey, what do you want to do?
like when we go out to eat, it's never the situation.
Hmm.
But when it comes to, hey, what are we having? What do you want to do tonight for dinner? And we're sitting at home, that's when I don't know.
I don't know. That's
But
why
see,
I got.
we don't always have that problem here because we not meal prep, we meal plan
Yeah,
because of the way our daily life schedule is. Um, Especially now, like, Jane's working, I'm back to work, Donna's got dialysis. Like, we just we just plan out, like, so we have like a dry erase board thing on our refrigerator, which you've probably seen, and we just it has the days of the week on it, and we just go through and plan out, like, okay, today is pork chops, tomorrow is spaghetti. Like, we just that way too. The other thing that it helps us is, yeah, we know in the morning, like, if something needs thawed, like,
Yes.
so it's just we've been doing it for a long time, and I'm assuming we'll just continue to do it. So for the most part, we don't normally have that. Well, what do you want to eat? Oh, I don't know, because it's already on. We've already made it's on the board.
Well, that's what I do when I have Xander. When I have Xander, we have like this is this night, this is this night, this is this
Yeah,
night. Yeah, I because again, have to have somewhat structure.
yeah,
And then when it's me, I don't give a fuck. Like whatever it is in there, whatever gets me fucking something in my stomach for fucking the day. That's fine.
yeah. That's the way. I mean, we will have some days where we're just like, all right, we know what we're supposed to have, but maybe for whatever reason, because we pre-plan like a week ahead. So maybe that day rolls around and we're like, you know what? I'm not feeling chicken today. Like,
Yeah,
you
right.
know, so we might have to change it up, but, or like, again, like again, now, like, we try to watch, because like with Jane, when Jane's not home, it's just me and Donna. So it's like, I mean, we'll still eat, and, there's stuff here if she wants it when she gets home. But like tomorrow, I have hockey tomorrow. So it's like, all right, and it's during, like, it's from 6 to 8, so that's like, so like, I'm literally gonna walk in the door from work, change, pack up all the hockey equipment, load my trunk, and out the door I go. So, and then I'm gone and then I'll probably get home by like 8:30. So it's like, you know, I,
Yeah.
tomorrow might be, we might have to grab something on the way
No,
home
I
type.
mean like, but there are certain reasons, certain circumstances. But that's why I'm gonna patent the CNC, and it's gonna have restaurants in it, and you can change it, and you can change it, and not like the cow says moo. Be like, this is where the fuck we're going. Boom, this is where it lands on, and you can't spin it again. That's just what it is.
The
It's what
roulette
it is,
wheel.
and then you could have like he pick or she pick. Like they have to fucking pick.
Yeah.
And that's it. So Mattel or somebody,
Yeah.
get a hold of your boy, because we got some discussing to do.
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, I guess I fall victim to it too. There's sometimes where I'm like, I don't fucking know. And
Yeah.
then she'll be like, well, what are you in the mood for? I'm fucking fat. Like,
I'll find something somewhere.
I'll find something. Like,
Hey, hey, speaking of food,
yeah,
we found we found that bucket of mozzarella sticks.
you finally find a bucket?
No, I didn't find them, but I'm just saying we know it exists and we can get it.
You gonna get it?
Did you see the new thing that's out?
Mm-mm.
Bro, Wendy's does a bucket of nuggets now.
Oh, I saw that, bro.
A 50 piece for $10.
And all I thought to myself was, Xander.
And here's the thing, it's only at certain locations. So they literally, like, on their website have like a bucket finder thing. Like,
So
they don't
could you imagine that if there was one here?
there Mike checked it. He did the little tracker thing, and there's a couple in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but here's my thing.
I don't know exactly which ones.
He can get a bucket of fucking chicken
Nugget.
nuggets, and he'll make little sandwiches. And then it'll be a homage to when we were fucking drunk fucking 20-year-olds and he couldn't get a fucking chicken sandwich.
Hey, and you get 10 sauces.
You get 10 sauces?
10 sauces. That's like one sauce packet per 5 nuggets.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Bro, can you imagine getting a bucket of fucking nuggets, then going to Sheets and getting a bucket of cheese sticks?
I mean, I'm in.
No, I lost this weight. I'm not trying to bring it back.
I know.
Like, there's no way, bro. I mean, even though it sounds fucking amazing, like, No,
No, but that's
thanks.
like, but I mean, that's a good idea though. Like, because that's they call it like the party bucket or whatever. It's not supposed to be for one person. But again, like when you guys came down for Mania, like we could have had fucking buckets of nuggets.
Dude, Xander would have fucking ate a whole bucket of nuggets to himself.
I know.
I fucking know that. Just like I know if when I have a cheat day, I will eat that fucking bucket of fucking mozzarella sticks.
I haven't done it yet. Like I'm gonna again, like when we had eaten. No, you know what? I didn't, bro. You better put your cup down. When me and Jane had Eden Park Friday for dinner, I did not get cheese sticks.
What's wrong with you?
I
Are
don't.
you dying? Are you
No,
sick?
I don't remember. Well, that yeah, but the latter, not the first. Um, yeah, I didn't get cheese sticks, but I did get them. We had Eden Park like a couple weeks ago before Donna went into the hospital. We had Eden Park, and I did have mozzarella sticks that day.
They don't smack the way they used to.
No, they changed them. They're shorter, and it's listen. You know me and my mozzarella sticks. Like I'm a connoisseur of this shit. Like they used to be longer, a little bit skinnier than a normal cheese stick, mozzarella stick, and they used a breading, like an
Yeah.
Italian breading.
Yep.
Now they're shorter, a little fatter, and they use more like a batter.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I mean, I'm still gonna eat it, but it's not my top choice.
Dude, I like when they fucking deep fry a fucking provolone wheel.
So that's what we when we went to that birthday party for Jamie that one time. Me and Xander were crushing it.
Oh yeah. What was which
Because
was
that was
that?
the only thing you could get him to eat.
Oh yeah, that was Casey's, which is now
Casey's, yeah, on
Knox's.
Route 8.
Now it's Knox's on Route 8.
Whatever.
Bro, I wonder if they have that fucking cheese wheel, bro. That shit was fire. And then remember we used to go to Ali Autos. He'd be like cheese triangles. I'd be like, I knew it.
Yeah, certain places got triangles. I'm trying to Jerome Bettis, when we went to the Jerome Bettis place, he had triangles.
Yeah, Jason Aldean ain't gonna have no cheese triangles.
No, I don't think he's gonna have cheese at all. Well,
I bet
I
you
looked
there's
at the
some.
menu. He didn't have.
He didn't.
No.
Hmm.
Nope.
I still want to go.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad checkout.
No,
So,
I'm trying to think maybe once Brandy can get some solid like food going. Like she's experimenting, and that's cool. But like, I mean, I get it. I know she's not gonna be able to eat the way she used to. I got that part.
mhm.
But I know we both want to experience Aldean's, and I mean, I wouldn't want to go without you and Donna and Craig and Jen.
Yeah. Hey, she better get her shit together before Memorial Day, because if we going down to Lawrenceville, she got food trucks.
But I don't. I'm worried about her in the sun.
Well, I mean, look, but that's the thing though. Because I mean, the heat in general. It's not so much the sun that bothers me because I'll get a nice little tan. I don't fry up like most white folk. I
Or you
tan up.
could be, or you
I
could be
tan.
like your best friend that just started taking metformin and started bubbling.
Yeah, but I mean, we always. I mean, because of the kids. I mean, like Xander, because Xander fries. That kid's he sparks up like a goddamn bonfire.
Right?
And then and then Char and Britt's got the kids, so I mean, we always have been cautious. Like we try to find shade. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so I think we'll be all right.
But I think what it was is,
We just it's not it's when we go and it's like 110.
yeah.
That's what kills us.
Well, when she was at that, I mean, God bless her for her and her mom being there, and I still love them for being there. But when she was at the track meet, like she ended up going waiting in her mom's car because she wasn't feeling good. And I'm thinking to myself, it's the heat. Even though we had overcast, her body's still healing.
Yeah,
So, and she constantly drinks water all the time, but she can't drink so much water because it'll irritate her stomach.
yeah, she'll fill it up
So
fast.
next thing you know, she's probably dehydrated, and with the sun beating on her, she's probably like, "Fuck!"
Yeah,
Like, so then she came back, and I was like, "How you feel?" She's like, I'm okay, I'm all right." I was like, "All right, well."
Yeah.
And then like the next day or two later, actually it was that weekend or a couple of days later, sorry. She texted me that she was going to the emergency room and I was like, what the fuck? And she is like, I don't know. I don't feel good. Like I'm very nauseous and like dizzy. And I was like, I've never heard anybody that had this run into this many complications.
Oh, there's plenty. We've seen plenty. My sister, I don't know if she had complications, but I know it just took her a while to her recovery seemed longer than what they say it should have been. Donna, a really, really good friend of Donna's, um, had it, and she literally turned into a psycho. Like, because they say that, like, and I guess it might be changed now, but like back then, it used to mess with your like chemical imbalance, and
Really?
people would end up coming out of it like bipolar.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't think that says true now.
No, I mean I haven't seen any.
But her friend turned into a weirdo. Yeah, like
Huh.
she got kicked out of her parents' house and stuff, and she was staying here with us for like a couple days so she could get back up on her feet. And she was stealing Donna's medicine. That was like when she was going through like her kidney transplant. So she was
Oh
like
wow.
taking her drugs and shit. And then she tried telling Donna that I was trying to sleep with her. Bro,
Psycho.
this chick was like that little place you go to for work on the north side. Like
Oh
she belonged down there. Like, oh yeah, I'm like I looked at Donna like, are you serious? And
yeah,
she was like,
fuck.
look, I know she's fucked up. Like she was just trying because she got mad because Donna called her out on like her taking her meds
On
and
the
stuff.
pills. Yeah.
So she tried flipping script and like trying to,
That's why your husband's trying to fuck me.
yeah. Wife was like, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
Right.
Yeah,
Funny how that happens.
yeah. I mean, Donna's brother just recently had. I mean, he had it like a month before Brandy had hers, and he's doing all right.
Yeah, I mean she's fine. She's on a different anti-nausea medicine, and she's doing okay now. That's why I'm excited that she's coming this weekend. But I like when she went to the hospital. Like I was like, should I be alarmed or whatever? And she knew I had to work. She was like, no, just I'll be okay. And I'm like, that's never okay.
Mm,
So I mean, I got sleep, but I was still like
thinking about
worried.
it. Yeah.
And then I woke up to a message from her, just saying that she was like going home or whatever, and she had to have like 2 things of IV fucking pumped in her because she's dehydrated. And that's when I was like, damn, dude, this is taking a fucking toll on her.
Well, that's the thing, and that's what they say again. Like again, we were because Donna's brother, he had it right before Easter, so we saw him at Easter dinner, and that's what I was asking him. Like, dude, is it killing you? That I was like, I feel bad. We're all sitting here fucking chowing down, and you're like, you know,
Yeah.
sipping some liquefied, you know, whatever. And he was like, no, he was like, he's at that point where he's starting to finally like learn his body's limits. Like you have to relearn. And that's the thing is like, yeah, liquids is one of them. Like you wouldn't think like liquids. Everybody's like, because they tell you like, oh, drink so much water a day, do this, do. But then with that surgery, like even liquids, like it fills up your
It's
stomach,
gonna fill up your belly quicker
like
than you
making a
think.
water balloon, you know.
Yep.
So, but I guess that's what they say though too. So you have to watch your. But then, yeah, like I never thought of that. Like, but in the summer, like if you have that surgery, yeah, like then you have to watch for dehydration.
Right. And then you have to constantly like you literally would have to keep drinking.
She might have
Like,
to switch to like Gatorades or something that at
yeah.
least are building their stuff up while she's. I mean, not saying water isn't good, but
But the
still, I guess
electrolytes would help her.
still, it's gonna take her some time.
Oh, absolutely. But it just worries me because like the dehydration worries me.
What about like? Did she finally get like the pain and stuff handled?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Today was her first day back to work, so and everything went okay. So I was worried about that, but I had to get a lot of work done
Why don't she
myself.
go? Why don't she go ask him if she can sit and babysit Punk's Tony Phil and his kids?
Yeah. Right. Why not? Sure.
I mean, she don't gotta do much.
Just sit there and watch them. Be like, all right, we're good.
Like, don't you guys fuck us over next February?
Meanwhile, back at the ranch,
But your dad's been fucking us for years now.
right? But yeah, like it's that's the only thing that concerned me.
Yeah,
So,
I get
but
it.
I was able to go to West Virginia today and see fucking the one girl. She's real sweet. She's real cool, but she's like 6'6".
She play for WNBA.
Bro, I shit you not, she could because when the farm like she'll come out of the pharmacy and they have the little door, she like ducks and comes back out, and I was like, "Morning, Mimi. How you doing?" She'd be like, "Hey, Paul, how you doing?" I'm like, "I've never had to look up at a bitch before. I do it all the time, and I'll keep looking. I'll be like, damn, Mimi, you tall as shit." I do it with her all the time. She's like, "Will you shut up? Like, I see you every month." I was like, "I know." But every month I have to reset my brain and go be like, damn, Mimi, you tall. And she is too. And I'm just like, damn. I want to be like, how's the weather?
Yeah.
Like shit. Because like some guys are intimidated by a taller woman. So I feel bad for poor Mimi's fucking dating life. She has a guy who's 5'2", just like, fuck it.
She's dating that. She's dating what's his name from Game of Thrones, Dinklage.
There you go. But I mean, she's a cool ass broad. But yeah, I had to do that and had to go to Lady Luck Casino at Nemacolin today.
Ooh, any luck?
I just go for work.
I mean, you can't slip a little quarter in the machine.
Well, bro, I go in there and it smells like stale cigarettes and fucking depression and old people.
Oh, he said somebody changed the depends.
Bro, I swear. Like I'll walk in with the bins, and as soon as we open the door to the casino floor, the fucking cigarette smoke just hits you in the face.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, all right. Like I've been raised around grandparents and great grandparents. Like I get it. But then like you'll see a group of old people and you walk past them and you just smell the baby powder and fucking like eucalyptus. And I'm like, mixed with the fucking depression, cigarettes, oxygen mask. I mean, I
Well,
love how they're so talented. They
well,
fucking,
that's the generation.
and then they're like, I was like, bro, what are you doing?
I got this
And
down to
then
a science. I won't blow up.
I was like, all she needs to do is put the cigarette over here in his oxygen. Bow. No more lady luck.
Luck,
Like,
luck went out the window, literally.
but the thing is, and I pray that none of the security from Lady Luck watched this show. But their security is so anal, anal to the fact that if I walk in, I can't use a work badge. I have to use my actual photo license to get in. Once I do that, there's somebody that escorts me around the whole casino.
Hmm.
Okay? That's fine. But everywhere we go, they have to access walking through the club floor, access walking through the door to the elevator, access getting on the elevator. I was like, so we're on the elevator riding up, and it's a new guy. I looked at him, I was like, quick question. He's like, yeah. I was like, you don't think they could see me on the fucking like on the camera? Like, I'm in dark blue. You guys are in all red, and I'm just like, you didn't see me get off the elevator onto? You didn't see the guy walking with me onto? Like, and then like we're walking through and access is going into human resources. There's a camera right above it. If you can't see me, obviously you're not. What do you think I'm running an Ocean's 11 over in there?
Uh, you just
I
fucked
mean,
up our plan now.
I have watched Casino. I do like Casino. skim the fucking skim. Yeah,
And they break your fingers, Paulie.
I know. Nah, I don't want no. I don't want to break my fingers. Nah, I'm good. I'm all right. But yeah, dude, when you leave the premises and have to go back in, same deal. And I was like, dude. The only thing is, like, the other casinos, like Meadows isn't like that. I don't have any. We don't have any contract with the Rivers. Mountaineer is not like that. Wheeling's not like that. But yeah, they're the most anal one. Like, really weird. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Just give me the fuck in and out. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
But like you were talking about people flying and the cop or the lady almost getting hit.
Or sequence.
So when I don't know if you've ever been there, but when you go to Nemacolin, you have to go up the steep ass hill to get to Nemacolin.
Mm-hmm.
And just like if you have to go down the other side, it's steep. So when we're in trucks and if it's over 10,000 pounds, you have to be in like low gear. Like,
Mhm.
because as you're coming down, if you hit your brakes, you're like, burr, 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 you can feel it.
Mhm.
So you have to, plus your weight's still carrying you down the hill. Dude, these cars will fucking barrel around us and start zooming down this hill. Now,
Mhm.
mind you, 21-year-old me would do the same fucking thing. Because I want to go fast. Ricky Bobby style down this fucking hill. But you can't honk and look at us like we're assholes because we're in straight trucks, cube trucks,
Yeah.
and we're supposed to be doing 10. Little do they know, though, and somebody got popped today at the bottom of that hill where there's like a little area you can pull off to get spring water,
Mhm.
like just like the ones we got before.
Yeah.
Right there sits a fucking state trooper.
Get them.
He's just itching, dude. He waits, and then like if he sees us like because we're trying to hit the brakes, he don't care. But then you'll see some like two or three assholes zoom 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 right past us, like if
Mhm.
they're a fucking NASCAR. Then all of a sudden you see the berries and cherries fucking hit up, and I'm like, well, that ain't me.
Yeah.
Because what it does, it takes you right onto the highway, like as you're
Yeah.
coming down the hill onto the highway. And what they do is, as soon as they get down there, they have enough momentum, they're just gone. Like they're doing like 90, like fucking flying off that hill. And I'm just like, I don't understand how you expect like a 10,000 ton fucking
Yeah.
truck.
Well, like I said earlier, it's people are impatient. I'm only worried about me. Don't give a fuck about you and your truck.
That's it. They don't care. And the worst part is, there was one when I was going up the hill to Nemacolin today. It um somebody like cut me off, and then at the top of the hill, I pulled up next to them. They were at the fucking light. I was like, and I just looked at them, and they're
Didn't
looking
get you.
back at
They
me,
didn't get you very far, did it?
and that's what I said. I was like, you didn't get far, did you? Then the window went up. Yeah, dude, don't.
Let's talk about pulling up next to people. So you sent me that screenshot and was like, "Dude, this song's a banger." So I was like, checked it out. So like I said, I was at work, and so I just like did the quick like, let me skim the tracks real quick just to see like, because I was like, when the fuck did this album drop? Like, completely missed that one a week ago. So I skimmed it and I was like, dude, this all right. I'm gonna check this out. So I listened to it completely on the way home. So a little sad there was only 8 tracks,
Yeah, me too.
but
By the way, we're talking about like there's like a T-Pain and Young Cash album called The Blues Brothers, and it makes you think about the old T-Pain days. Like he got some club bangers on it. It makes you
yeah.
want to go out and
And
cut a fucking
that's
rug.
the first, like I have heard of I've heard of him, but that's the first I've listened to him. He's not bad. I don't mind him. He's not as bad as some of this other newer generational stuff, but T Pain killed it on that album. And so I got through it, So I get up onto the Liberty Bridge. I come down the loop from the Boulevard of the Allies. I get on the Liberty Bridge, and like right when you go up onto the bridge, there's like that light there for that one like on ramp.
Yeah.
So I pull up, and there's we're at the red light. We're stopped, and it was a nice day out. I had the windows down, sunroof open. I got back through to track number 2, the Booty
Yeah.
song.
The booty song.
I was like, I like this song. Like Paul was right, this is a banger. So
That's a fucking bad jam, bro.
bro, I had my volume like up to the top. Like it was way loud. Dude in a Beamer pulls up next to me. He looks over, and he is a typical BMW guy. Like when he looked at me and I looked over, like you just can tell when somebody looks at you. You know, you get that like feeling. Then I look back over, I'm like, oh yeah, you're the guy I expected to be. And like he had the collar popped, you know, like he was the guy I expected. He looks over and he was like, "What is that?" And I'm like, I turned down. I was like, "What?" And he was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "The car?" He goes, "No, what are you bumping in there?" And I was like, "There's a new T-Pain." He was like, "Oh, I'm not." Picked up his phone from like the center console. He's like, "I'm gonna have to find that one." He was like, "That's a banger." And I was like,
Bro,
"Yeah."
it really is. I
I
was
was
like,
like, "It's T-Pain and Young Cash." He was like, "Okay, thanks, bro." And then like it was finally
I,
our turn to go.
I stumbled on it today because I was doing my like new music daily, and that song was there, and I was like, "What is this?" So I clicked on it, and I was like, as soon as I heard the beat fucking drop, I was like, "I don't give a fuck what this is." I
Dude,
was like, "This song is hard."
and then the track after that, it's the um I don't can't I'm trying. No. I
I'm
can,
going.
it's the third track.
I'm so tired.
I'm so tired. I knew it was a T. Bro, that song starts off
Hey,
with
I'm
that old
back.
it starts off with that old school beat.
Yeah,
Dude, I was like, what are they? And then the hook got um Big Pun in it. Like
yeah,
they took Big Pun's I'm still not a player.
yep,
I was like, damn, like this is that was a good
yeah.
album.
It's
I
a
was like,
good album.
I almost was like, is this gonna be the summer banger? Like, you know how back in the day there was always somebody would drop that one album that had all the summer hit,
Right.
like all the songs that you would again hear people playing driving around, or you'd hear them out in the clubs or at parties. Like it was just that song that everybody was listening to, and uh, I was like, hey, like I don't think we've had one of those in a long. Like I don't know if the kids nowadays do that type of shit, but I was
Right,
like,
because
this
who would have thought in 2024 and possibly the summer it would be fucking T-Pain?
he's been killing it though. Like that R&B
Yeah.
shit that he did, like
Yep. And then he
he's
did
kind of revamped himself and put himself back out on the map.
right, and then he did that thing with Jelly Roll. Like,
Oh yeah.
I
No, good.
mean, it's up there right now because that biggest booty song is hard,
Yeah.
hands down hard. But I mean, I also think that Post Malone and Morgan Wallen is going to be the song of the summer.
No, fuck that.
That's a fucking pretty good song.
I hate Morgan Waller.
Wallen.
That's why I hate him. I'm not even saying his name right.
You just wanted him to throw. You want him to throw a chair at you. Is what you want.
I don't think I need to tell him to. He'll just do it
I,
on his own. Fucking
I
dumbass.
know, right? Then he'll look at you and be like, "I thought you should know." I fucking love me some Morgan Wallen.
I'm not a fan.
The kid's pretty fucking good. But I love me some Post too. Like,
Mind Post. I mean, that part of it I don't mind. It's the other half of that shit that I don't like.
I just wish he would just do what he's gonna do because we know he's gonna drop a country album. Just do it.
Oh, fucking country
Yeah, because
Beyonce shit.
he's well, Post Malone is gonna be a lot better.
Mm.
Like it that too is people get all upset like because Beyonce's did this country album and she's getting backlash because she's a black artist that's taking over country. Excuse me, hold on. That's not it. Like Darius Ruckers did it There's Jimmy Allen's did it. There's plenty of black artists in country music.
Kane
Like,
Brown.
yeah, well, is he?
I think so. He's like Patrick Mahomes. You don't know.
Yeah, he might. I don't know. I
But
don't
no,
know. But like,
I don't. My problem was that it had nothing to do with a race issue. I peeped it, and I was like, I don't like it. The album sucked.
yeah, it's like I don't fuck with it. Like, I just
No.
the only thing that catches, the only thing I'll sit there and do, and I've never even heard the song. I'll be like, this ain't Texas.
No, I know.
That's all I'll do. I mean, it's not a race thing. It's not a Beyonce thing. I just don't fuck with it. It's not my thing.
I'll tell you what it does do. This is probably gonna sound racist, but I don't care. What it does do is it lets country white women think that they hood.
Yeah, let's not do that.
You see them country white girls making them TikToks. They're like, it ain't Texas.
Bro, some of them broads,
I'm like, yeah, yeah, you ain't
they
Beyonce
came
either.
straight
So shut up.
they came straight out of fucking Washington fucking county. I swear. And if you're not from here, Washington County is like the sticks.
They had a tornado.
Yeah, did you see that?
So
That was wild.
we figure
Yeah.
like that's me and your mom's way, bro. Like that wasn't far from us.
No, my mom said it wasn't far from her at all.
No.
And what killed me was like, you watch that video and you see it form, like, and you know it's coming, and then all of a sudden you watch it just bang, and then gone.
Dude,
I was
and
like,
how crazy is it that there's been all these like, because like I hear about it a lot more. I mean, I know it's been all over like the news, but like I get it a little bit extra because my sister living out in Missouri, they're like in Tornado Lane, not the exact Tornado Alley, but they're in the path of some shit.
yeah,
So she's always talking about tornadoes, but it's like I feel like it's been a bad month or so for tornadoes. Like they're everywhere, all across the U.S., just destroying shit.
yep.
And then I fucking see a trailer for Twister 3, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Well, it's what is it, Twisters or something?
yeah, I'm like, bad timing, bro. Bad timing.
Yeah. Well, Brandy just tagged me on it in Facebook. She was like, I can't wait to. I really want to see this, and I just thought to her, I was like, so we have an app for.
Well, I mean, I want to watch it too, but I'm just saying,
I mean, I'm gonna watch it too, but I mean, I'm not going to a theater.
like that original. Well, I don't know. I feel like that's one because look, you got to think of the CG, like the special effects and the CGI that they had back when the original Twisters were made, and we
Yeah.
thought it was fucking interesting when they picked that cowl up and fucking spun it around.
If you remember, that's the first movie. I could be wrong, and again, if I'm ever wrong, just tell me. I think that's when they first started experiencing with like THX, the digital surround sound.
Probably around that
With
time, yeah.
Twister.
But that's something like you got to be able to think of what they're going to be able to do now with the new Twister movie. Like,
Yeah, but what are you gonna do with no Bill Paxton? Like he's dead.
okay, I mean, that's the thing. We'll get a little tribute. We'll get a little memory.
Are they gonna do like that's Helen Hunt's daughter?
Maybe I don't know. We have to wait and see.
I don't
I'm
like
not
what
worried about the backstory. I'm worried about watching some people and shit get tossed around.
you ain't gonna have a cow.
No, they already did a cow, so now they got to step it up.
It'll be a horse.
I don't know. Elephant.
Oh, damn! I forgot. I gotta leave again. I have to give our special Greek friend a shout out
Oh,
because we're gonna do the Greek joke of the podcast.
are you sending us one weekly?
I don't know, but if this works, we're gonna keep going. Okay. What's the difference between a refrigerator and a butthole?
I don't know.
The refrigerator doesn't fart when you pull the meat out. Dum-dum. And that is the Greeks joke of the podcast week. Shout out to Benji because he said to put it on the podcast. So obviously,
All right,
he,
we'll start a segment. We're not segment people, but we'll start a segment now, and we'll call it the Greek joke of the week.
the Greek joke of the week.
So Ben, better start getting.
Benji,
We need some more, I guess.
right?
If
But
not, we're
yeah,
gonna have to come up with our own. But we're still tagging them that you gave us this shit.
yeah,
So
it's the Greek joke of the week. But yeah, shout out to Benji because he was like, I got a joke for your podcast. And he was like, you want to hear it? I was like, sure.
I mean,
And then when he
obviously, you
sent it
need
to
to
me,
hear it if you're gonna say it.
when he sent it to me, I was like, that's such a fucking dad joke. That'd be something my dad would do in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
And I was like, I'll use it. Fuck it.
that was great. Well,
Right?
I mean,
Try something new, you know?
yeah,
But I was like, that'll end it for this week anyway. We'll end it with the Greek joke of the week.
yeah,
That'll be cool. We could do that.
yeah. We'll end every episode with the Greek joke of the week.
The Greek joke of the week.
Like
Sponsored, sponsored by Tiki Lounge. You can check them out there every Friday and Saturday night. Tell the doorman you know the guys from Show Thoughts Podcast. He'll let you in.
it'll tell you another joke.
And he'll tell you another joke, but he's going to charge you extra because he needs some drinking money too.
That's right.
But as always, we'll be back next week. Remember, we're going to be at the Lawrenceville Memorial Day Parade.
That's 2 weeks, not next. Is that next week?
No, in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Starting to
Yeah.
prep for it now.
Oh yeah.
So if you it's like if you have nothing to do, we will be there. It starts at 10 a.m.
Good time.
Come in, say hi.
We're gonna try and get the mayor on again. We're gonna try and get the mayor on.
We're gonna try to have a one-on-one with Ed Gainey. I highly doubt it.
I mean, he came over hanging with us last year.
Even if we get a clip of him just saying, "Hey, I'll watch the podcast."
Bro, I was hyping that up so bad. Like he came over, like his exact words were, he was like, "Wow, no, we gotta go to that crowd. They rocking over there."
No, and the best is when
He started coming out, calling over on them other people. I guess she's like a council. Well, I don't know what the hell she is. That Summer Lee chick.
yeah,
He waved her down. He was like, "Come on over here, over here." He was like,
What a-
he had his social people. He was like, "Get photos of this."
dude, the best was I was like, I forget what happened. Oh yeah, when he came over and he's like, "Thank you guys," and you were all like a kid in a candy store, and you were like, "No, thank you, Ed," and I was like, then I looked over, and he was like, "Suck his dick," like what? And you were like, "What?" I was like, "I did the way you said it."
Because everybody else, I'm not saying the man got booed. Like, you know, he was walking in the parade and people were like clapping for him. But I was like,
Yeah,
I think I even nudged you. I gave you the little elbow nudge. I was like, watch this one. I was
yeah, I
like,
was like, "All right," but that was just funny. I was just kept looking. He was like, "It's just the way you said it. It's just the way you fucking said it." That was it. But it
hey,
was
he
so
came
funny.
over. He was hanging out.
Yeah,
Oh,
we took a picture with the fucking mirror.
it's on my phone.
It's on mine. I'll never get rid of it. So hey, Ed Gainey, we'll be back. Hopefully
Yeah.
you are.
Right at the beginning, right? Same spot. Right at
That's
the
it,
entrance
Zane.
to the
Right at the end
cemetery.
by the cemetery, bro.
Can't
So
miss us. We'll
you
be
see
shouting.
us,
We'll be giving you we'll give you a little hoot and holler.
right? Maybe we'll have you on video. Maybe we gotta like sign 38 fucking waivers to get you on it. But hey,
We're not gonna ask no hard hitting questions.
no, we're just gonna be like, hey, Ed, what you doing for Memorial Day, bro?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll ask.
That's it.
Let's see, Ed. You can think now. We're gonna ask you what your favorite Memorial Day food is.
Right? And then I'm gonna be like, Mr. Mayor, why have you here? I want to pitch an idea about homeless bachelorette.
Yeah, we're gonna get him in on that.
Like, I need to push this idea, see if we get some funding, because I'm thinking we can make this work.
I mean, it's helping him out.
Yeah, it's a Cho Thoughts exclusive.
I mean, he can even like celebrity host an episode if he wants. Like we can have him on as a guest celebrity host.
Why not? He hands out the roses or food.
No, with soap on a rope.
Maybe it's one of them roses that are soap. What if it's a soap with money in it?
Oh, dude, we're gonna have them bums lined up.
Oh man, damn.
And the soap smells like roses.
We got to pitch that to Ed.
Yeah. Memorial Day.
Yeah, that's it. So, all right. Well, until next week, Yeah. I'll be over here thinking about Soap Bunny fucking homeless people and all kind of other shit. And Big E will be fucking trying to, get what over on the fucking mayor in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
We'll
As
see.
always, I'm the Big Show. That's Big E. We'll see y'all next week. Later.